by taking it to the limit, right, young
Shh! Quiet, boy, and keep your head down.
Initiate gravity simulation. 300 times planet's normal gravity.
Hey guys, welcome back to Real Anime Training. I'm the Anime Trainer, and today I'm here to tell you that not everything has to be about Goku. Today we're going to do Vegeta's Gravity Room Workout. We already have Goku's Gravity Room Workout and the 100 times Gravity Room Workout, but today we're going to give some love to the Prince of All Saiyans. During Vegeta's Gravity Room training, he pushed himself to the utmost, to the point of almost dying. He was in such desperation, having seen what results Goku got after training at 100 times gravity and then turning into a Super Saiyan. And so Vegeta figured, if Kakarot can do it, so can I. Vegeta's Gravity Room Workout is a little bit different because it gives you a little more flexibility in how you can do the workout because there's choices involved. We see Vegeta do a lot of different things. We see him do a lot of body weight exercises. We see him do some weird like rotating things in the air, and we see him do some like martial arts practice and some dodging. So all of that's going to be kind of included, but like I said, there's a lot more flexibility in choosing what your workout's going to look like on any given day. Vegeta's Gravity Room Workout is broken into 3 different sections. The first section is calisthenics or body weight exercises. The second section is core work and like anti-rotational core work. And then the third section is more combat skills. For the first section, you're going to pick 3 body weight exercises from this list. You see here the list has push-ups, one-arm push-ups, handstand push-ups, one-arm handstand push-ups, squats, one-legged squats, pull-ups, one-arm pull-ups, body rows, and one-arm body rows. You've got a lot to pick from, but you're only going to pick 3 exercises when you do the workout, and you're going to do 3 sets of max reps. When you're doing this workout, you can set it up to be where you're doing like a push-pull and legs in a single workout, so you get a full body workout, or you can just really mess up your shoulders by doing one-arm push-ups, handstand push-ups, and push-ups, and I can guarantee that your shoulders, triceps, and chest are going to be completely smoked after that. Or you can do like a push-pull workout where you do push-ups, pull-ups, and body rows, something like that. Unlike Goku's Gravity Room Workout, this workout can pretty much be done most days because you have so many options. And not just that, but some days you can work on just pure strength by doing the one-arm or one-leg movements, or you can work on endurance by doing the bilateral movements. Bilateral means both arms or both legs. You can rest about a minute and a half in between sets if you like. For all of the calisthenics, I want you to maintain good posture and focus on your form. You want to try to keep elbows in on pushing and pulling. You want to try to make sure that you're not letting your knees fall in on the squats, and that you are doing your absolute best not to round your spine when you are squatting or when you're doing push-ups or anything like that. You want to maintain posture. That's going to be super important. For the one-arm handstand push-up, that is really hard. I doubt most of you will be able to do it. I can't really even do it very much. I've got like range of motion like this far. So really getting into that position is just sort of practice for it. So try to get in the position, hold the position a little bit. If you can move, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. Use support against the wall and just try to be safe. If you can't get into the position, don't hurt yourself. All right, so for the next section, we're gonna move into anti-movement core training. On the anti-movement core training, you do all of them. There's no choice on that. You have to do all of that. This training is going to mimic what we see when Vegeta is rotating in the gravity room chamber, because as he's rotating in that fashion, it's going to be affecting his core in a lot of different ways to be able to maintain that position. All right, so this is pretty simple. For the first exercise, we're gonna do plank. We're gonna do it for max time. So you're gonna hold a plank with good form for as long as you possibly can. After each of these exercises, you're going to rest for 30 seconds before moving on to the next one. The next one is side plank. So typically on side plank, you're going to have one side that's weaker than the other. When you figure out which one that is, I always want you to train to the weak side. So if one side can do 40 seconds and one side can do 50 seconds, start on the side that can do 40 seconds and then match it on the other side. But we're going for max time based on what the weak side is. In both the plank and the side plank, I want you guys to not sag in the middle. If you're unable to keep that position without sagging, you can do it from your knees. That's perfectly fine. After the side plank, we've got a straight bridge, So you're gonna be on the straight bridge, you're gonna hold yourself up on your hands behind you, you're going to put your heels into the ground, and you're gonna squeeze your butt to push your hips up to try to maintain a straight line from your shoulders to your heels. The next thing we're gonna do is a handstand, and this is a freestanding handstand. If you're not able to do a freestanding handstand, you can do it up against the wall with support, that's perfectly fine. But we're trying to do as much of this as possible freestanding. So we're gonna do max time, or we're gonna do 1 minute. So what that means is if you are unable to hold it for at least a minute without falling, go ahead and get back up into it and keep the clock running, and we're gonna try to get a minute of you being up on your hands. The next one is a one-arm plank. This one is deceptively hard. So what you're gonna do when you put your hand down, it's gonna be a little more toward the middle of your chest, and you're going to rotate your shoulder down so that your back is completely flat. It's a lot easier to hold this position if you raise up the shoulder of the arm that is not on the ground. So you want to try to act like your other arm is on the ground as far as your shoulder position goes. I can guarantee that it's going to be a lot harder than you think it's going to be. So you want to keep those shoulders and those hips in the same position as if you were doing a two-arm plank, but we're doing a one-arm plank this time. All right. The next one is a one-arm handstand, and you guys can do this with support. That's not a big deal. You're going to get up into a handstand, and then you're going to transition to one arm. And as you do that, you're going to open up your legs, and they're going to be wide like a V. So they're going to help balance you in this position. If you're unable to hold this position, don't worry about it. You can go ahead and skip it. It's not a big deal. And you always want to remember to do both sides on the one-arm things. All right, and lastly, for the anti-movement core training, we're going to do a one-arm hang. So we're going to hang from a bar, and what I want you to do is I want you to straighten out your body and point your toes, and you're going to try to prevent yourself from twisting it all. When you are hanging from the bar, it's very easy for your body to start turning like this. So I want you to try to resist that turning. So that's going to be a large portion of what that training is. Also your grip. Your grip may not be able to do it at all, but give it your best shot, see how it goes. Now, before we move on to combat skills, I want to reference everything that we just talked about. There are some very difficult movements in both the calisthenics and the anti-movement core training. If you are not comfortable doing them, or if you've never attempted any of them before, don't. So if you're just new to push-ups, or if you're just new to handstand push-ups, don't try the one-arm variations. Just do the two-arm variations. So when we do the anti-movement core training, if you can't do a one-arm handstand, just do another handstand. If you can't do a one-arm plank at all, just do another plank. This is something to help build you up to that point. Now for the one-arm plank or the one-arm hang, you can use a position on a Smith machine to give you some assistance. So you can try to use that and work your way down. So you can get into a one-arm plank on that Smith machine and be at an angle, and then when you get better at it, you can work your way down. So it's just sort of like a way to get to that point, to being able to do the one-arm plank normally. On the combat skills, we have a choice of 3 different things. We have shadow boxing, agility, and dodging. Shadow boxing is just you practicing your techniques, moving around, punching, kicking, doing all the stuff that you would against an imaginary opponent. We've done that plenty of times on this channel before. If you need more insight on what that is like what that looks like a little more in depth, you can check out Baki's shadow boxing workout and get a little more in depth in that. For the shadow boxing, we're going to do 30 seconds hard. So we're going to push, 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 really fast, really tough. We're going to be breathing hard after it, and then 30 seconds of light, easy shadow boxing, and we're going to do that for 4 minutes, and then you're going to rest a minute, and then do it for 3 rounds. So you got 4 minutes of shadow boxing, 30 seconds hard, 30 seconds easy, and then 1 minute rest, and then 4 minutes, and then 1 minute rest, and then 4 minutes. So all in all, you're doing stuff for about 14 minutes total, including the rest period. For agility, what agility means is that you're still kind of shadow boxing, punching, kicking, and stuff like that, but it's agility work at the same time. So you're going to be working on your footwork, you're going to be working on rolling, jumping, if you can do any sort of like flipping maneuvers. That's the time to practice this. So think about like gymnastics combined with martial arts training here. Don't hurt yourself. You want to try to practice these things easily. So don't get too ahead of yourself and try to do something that you're not ready to do. All in all, with the agility stuff, just try to have fun with it. And you're going to do agility for 30 minutes straight. The last thing we're going to do is dodging. And for dodging, what we're going to do is 3 5-minute rounds of you dodging in various ways. So you can dodge tennis balls, you can dodge a dodgeball, whatever it is to try to get you to practice having things come at you and then you dodging. And what that's going to do is that's going to mimic when Vegeta was training with the training drones and he was bouncing the energy ball off all of the training drones and then dodging those. When you're doing this, start off very easy, just like one ball at a time. Focus on moving with head movement, focus on moving. Try to stay in an athletic stance, like try to either stay in a fighting stance or in a stance that would be for a ready position. An athletic ready stance would be sort of knees bent, hips bent a little bit, and sort of primed for movement, feet kind of wide, allow you to be able to move in either direction. As you get a little bit better with dodging, you can have multiple balls thrown at you at the same time, or you can have balls thrown in rapid succession in different places. And then, you know, if you go a little harder than you intended to, you might end up.
I win.
All right, guys, this workout is a lot of fun. You can do a lot with it, and you can almost make your entire program based on this workout because it is so flexible for you to be able to do stuff. So for those of you who have been asking for a Vegeta Gravity Room workout, here you go. Here it is. Make good use of it. I enjoyed making this workout, and there's actually another Vegeta workout coming here later on during Dragon Ball month, so please tune in for that. And we've got a lot more content coming for the rest of this month, so I'm excited, you're excited, we're all excited. And if you need some additional training, there is some free stuff in the description, so check that out. And until next time, guys, good luck and train hard.
All right, Bowman told me to thank the patrons. Let's see here. Matthew Lakovich, Malik Williams, Isaac Herrera, Nate Johnson, Tim Rivera, Blaine C. 2040, Leo Ume, Isaac Denvo, Jeremiah Green. Ha! Did it! Take that, Kakarot!